No, like just be honest about it. Like if you feel good about yourself, you show up better, and that's okay.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Mila Martinico, and welcome to Okayish Advice. Is it the best advice? Probably not, but I feel like we've all been through some things, and anyone can learn from us. Today, I'm so excited because this is my neighbor, and I love her so much. This is Cristy.
Hi.
And the thing that I love about Cristy is like every time that I see her, she's like always super feminine, and you always look put together. And like even when her husband Weston will text me and be like, porch time, I've got the tea, I go over there, and like even in pajamas, you look like sexy and feminine, and like
That's very sweet.
And I was just like, how does she live like this? Like, how do you live always just being like put together and looking like you have self-care because you have 4 boys?
Yes, I do.
And I'm like, and sometimes it's so funny. My girls will be like, they're outside playing. Can I go? Because all you hear is like, ah!
Yes.
So, anyways, I just thought that when we wanted to do like a self-care episode, I was like, okay, well, I definitely have to have Cristy because I feel like, you know, you are so good at that.
Well, I really appreciate that.
So I was like, I'm going to bring you on for this. So, the first question that we've got is, I am a mother of 4, and I love the idea of having self-care time. It seems so unattainable. Why did I struggle with that word so bad?
It's a big one.
I'm like, how do I make it happen? Whenever I get time to myself, I do chores or I try and catch up on my never-ending to-do list.
Yes, it is a never-ending to-do list, and I, have 4 boys, so I'm the house cleaner. Weston cooks a lot, but
Praise Jesus.
I just have a lot of non-negotiables, and there was a time that I would try to do the yoga pants thing, and I just never felt like myself. And so I started investing in like just having pretty dresses because it's easy to get around the house. I can do stuff. I can still clean, do whatever I need to do, but I feel pretty and I feel better and I look put together even if I'm not put together, I guess.
That makes sense.
And then I always try to at least put my makeup on because for some people that doesn't matter at all, but to me, I just feel better. So but those are my non-negotiables. Like I will get those done and take a bath. I try to take a bath every day.
Oh my God.
But
your bath. Like, okay, they just got their bathroom remodeled. And of course, I didn't say this earlier, but like you and Weston are incredible interior designers.
Oh, you're sweet.
No, but like for real, like to the stars. And, well, a couple stars. And, but your bathtub is like the ultimate bathtub goals. And like, I don't know. I always guilt Matt whenever I try and I just can't do it with our bathtub. Last time I took a bath in our bathtub, my butt got stuck because it's so small. And I was like, oh my God. And then I just like, Matt wasn't home. And I was just thinking like, Pearl is the only kid here. Like, how am I going to get out of this bathtub? Like, and you can't I am not calling the ambulance. I was just like, what am I going to do? But anyways, I ended up like putting conditioner and squeezing my butt out of there. But anyways,
that's amazing. Actually, I can't believe you haven't told me that before.
I hate that bathtub. So you have bathtub goals for sure. And I did notice that when you're in your bathtub, you have this. That sounded really creepy, but I went to your house. Have you been watching? I know. I was like, that sounded weird. When I went to your house, you were showing me like you have like gua sha and God, what is that called? That thing.
Oh yes, like the fascia blaster. And
yes,
like I have all my little tools.
So like you don't just take a bath. Like it's a self-care bath. Like you told me when I'm in there, I break up. Like, you know.
Yes, I do. Well, I've really tried to like. I found this really good Christian meditation music.
Ooh,
so I put that on because otherwise I'll just want to sit and scroll. Yeah. So if I have that on and I'm kind of like just try to make myself be technology free and Yeah, I try to take care of my face because I don't know how to say that.
No, yeah, like take caring of like your face, like
Yeah.
well, I mean, it's so hard because Botox and stuff is so expensive.
It is, and I'm terrified of needles, and it's just not my thing. So I'm like doing whatever I can to try to take care of my skin.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I want to pickle myself, and I like getting older. I'm thankful to get older.
Yeah.
And it's a privilege, but I don't necessarily want to look older.
I don't think anybody wants to look like Mother Gothel.
Some people fully go embrace it, and they can do that, but I want to look as young as I possibly can. But I just love, I don't know if this all sounds dumb.
No, it doesn't sound dumb at all. It sounds real. Yeah.
So yeah, just kind of have like my little routine, and I try to like the chores, all that stuff will come. I just need this little bit of space to take care of what I want to take care of, because when I feel good, I show up better, and I show up better for my family, for when people come over, or just going to the store. How I present myself, it makes me feel more confident.
Yeah.
So
no, I love that. And I think that's so true, and something that is not really talked about a lot because, I don't know. I just don't think that it's talked about a lot, like making yourself, because people always want to come off as like, super humble and like, oh, no. Like, just be honest about it. Like, if you feel good about yourself, you show up better, and that's okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm trying to think of like, I don't think I'm very good at this question.
Okay.
Like, I feel like a lot of times I put myself kind of on the back burner to do all the things. And it's something that I've had to work on lately. Definitely. Probably this year is like boundaries and being better about having time for myself.
Yeah.
And especially now, because like once this airs, everyone will know that I'm pregnant and sick as heck. So it's been kind of weird to be able, like in the mornings, like just stay in bed for a minute and being like, Matt will bring me like peppermint tea and I'm just like trying to live. But Riley actually did something really cool, and she made me this sheet, and it was like journal and having prayer time, and it was like it's like a checklist for me to get me into the habit of having self-care. And I even had her put on there like my skincare routine at the end of the day, because sometimes I'm just like, wash my face, that's it. But
sometimes I don't even wash my face.
Oh my gosh, I have to.
I try.
Acne. But I wanted to have that time for myself, because it's like, Matt can go put the kids to bed and I can have that little time to myself, because then when we both come together and we're in bed, I'm like, I feel good. I like actually want to talk to you. You don't feel like you're a troll going to bed.
Yes.
If that makes sense. So that's kind of like, I'm not the best at self-care, but I'm trying. So
I feel like too, just with moms, like there's this whole sentiment of, we have to be the martyrs and put everything above us. And it's like some sort of like badge of honor. And I was like, this is stupid. I don't want to do that. Like, it doesn't require much. It's like a 30-minute routine of like taking a bath and doing my face and throwing on a dress. It's just not that complicated. And then I feel better when I get my makeup on. And
I just thought about this too. Like, you're setting like a precedent for your boys to be like, when one day when they have their wives, being like, hey, please take this time for yourself. Yeah. Like, my mom always took this time to herself.
And Weston's really good about that too, of honoring that and wanting me to have space to be able to do that. So
that's so awesome. I love that. Oh, you're the next.
It's my turn. What are the top 3 things that you do for self-care?
I think I already said
we kind of hit on that a little bit.
I also like get my nails done. I kind of struggled a long time, because being like a chef and a cook and all the things, I always had like these very like manly looking hands, in my opinion. And so now I get my nails done and it's fun. I go on Pinterest. I have like the best nail girl, Natalie. And because she's so good, it like I'm on my, this is a month old.
I need to do that. I need to add
they
that
don't
to my
come
self-care.
off. Like, she's so good at it. Whereas, like, anytime I go to, like, a different place, like, they pop off every 2 weeks or whatever. But Natalie's, like, so good. And, yeah, so, like, that is, like, another thing that I do for myself. And I try to drink water. I really try and drink water because, like, oh, and the Celtic salt. I put the Celtic salt 3 times a day because, of course, you know, the best lady ever, Barbara O'Neill. And I just love her. And I just follow her, and she talks about, like, Celtic salt. And when you take it, how it, like, opens up the cell to absorb water. And yeah, so that's what I do. What's your top 4?
Top 4
or top 3? I do what I want.
So I try to take a bath.
Yes.
More than a shower. Like, if I have to wash my hair, because I only wash my hair like once a week, that helps too.
Oh, okay.
To, like, not have a huge getting ready routine. And my hair is wild, so
I love it.
I don't have to do much to that. So I'm thankful for that. So I do a bath usually every day. I try to do my skin thing, either a gua sha, and then I have this thing called a zip. It's like a microcurrent thing, and I'm obsessed with it.
Is
and
that the thing on TikTok?
I don't know.
Where it, like, looks like 3 things, and it, like...
Yeah, this one has 2, and it's
okay.
like the inventor of it. She's amazing. And it was kind of expensive, but I was like, you know what? I'd rather invest in this one time than, like, doing Botox or whatever.
Ooh, okay.
So I
need a link to that.
I use that quite often. And my other thing is probably just putting on my makeup every day. Yeah. I mean, even if it's just like, I have, like, if I don't have my eyebrows on, it looks like I have a completely smooth forehead, like no eyebrows at all, because I'm completely...
Because you're gingy.
I am. I have white eyelashes and white eyebrows. So even if I just get my eyebrows and my eyelashes on, I feel good. So, yeah. But those are kind of my go-tos, I guess. That
I could totally, like, see that. Whenever I would get my eyelashes done, I don't have my eyelashes done now because I'm literally just so sick being pregnant.
You don't need them. They're so pretty.
They're not bad, huh?
No, they're not at all.
I've been doing that castor oil.
I thought you had them. I know. I love castor oil.
Also, literally the best mascara of all time is Thrive.
Okay. I actually had just saved that on my thing. But
you have to get it.
Okay.
I went and did a girls' weekend this past weekend, and we all had to bring, like, our number 1 beauty secret tip thing, whatever. I got everybody a Thrive mascara.
That's so smart. Okay, I'm going to try that.
Because, and, like, okay, there's nothing worse, and I am that friend, when you go to and you're talking to somebody and they have those, like, mascara lines, and you're like, girl.
I know. I was just thinking, do I have that right now?
Thrive mascara doesn't do that.
Is this a paid advertisement?
Like, no, it's not, but I should be. Thrive, if you're out there. I should be paid for this. But, yeah, so many of my friends always have those mascara lines, and I'm like, they ain't using that Thrive mascara. The liquid extensions. Okay.
The only thing I would add to that is I think the things that I've been doing, I've made them just kind of a part of who I am, and, like, it's just a part. Like, I don't even have to try.
Yeah, it's like second nature now.
It's just part of who I am. And so I'm working on getting into more, like, movement and making that just be sort of part of who I am, so I don't have to, like, schedule it, and it doesn't feel like a chore. It's just like, nope, this is what we do. So
no, that's so smart. I love that. Okay. And for the last question, Cristy, you have 4 boys. This one's for you.
Okay.
How do I create more feminine energy around me in such a masculine world?
This is a very big, broad question, I feel like.
It is.
So for me, I feel like mothering, especially when they're little, you kind of can easily get into a masculine mode because it's like tasks and it's like do this, do that. Everything's timing. And so I think I've had to really kind of take a step back, and, like, when Weston gets home, like, try not to be like, no, this doesn't go there, and don't load the dishwasher like that. Like, trying to get out of that mode and really just be cognizant of that. But I think the biggest thing for me, I try to wear dresses because it makes me feel more feminine. And I've been trying to learn art and, like, different creative outlets. And so, just trying to draw and just learn something new in the creative realm sort of keeps me in my that feminine energy, I guess. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's really good advice. Like tapping into like your creativeness
and allowing that to be okay, even though like, yes, I have laundry to do, but let me just take 10 minutes to try to learn to draw a flower.
No,
I mean,
that's
literally,
so
I'll just
cute.
like watch YouTube videos, but just anything to kind of keep me pulled into that realm. And then I think the biggest shift for me is I've kind of always kept women at arm's length. And I have just like the couple that I sort of keep in my inner circle. But God has like really brought some unbelievable women, including you, into my world. And it's like the kind of women that are not catty. We're not sitting around like bashing our husbands and gossiping about each other, but it's like the cheerleader kind who believe in you. Then they're passionate, strong women who are encouraging you, and there's not that spirit of competition. But just being around beautiful, powerful women has been another way to kind of keep that feminine energy, because it is a very masculine household.
Yeah, no, for sure. That is great advice. It's so hard. I feel like now, because I've like specifically prayed for friends, you know, like to have like good, real women like around me. Like that is great advice, because it's so easy, you know, whoever you surround yourself with is like basically what you become.
Right.
And so I already quoted this like before, my little Duggar line, which isn't like the best, but like, show me your friends, I'll show you your future.
It's so true though.
But it's like, I mean, there's got to be like some kind of biblical version of that. But basically just, yeah, now I see how different my life is surrounding myself with women who like lift you up.
Yes.
And like can support you. And one of my favorite things is like about you is like, you'll send me like, you know, sermons and like, you know, songs and like something that just resonated with you. And then when I listen to it, I'm like, oh my God, this is exactly what I needed. So thank you. I appreciate that so much, like in our friendship.
And you do the same for me.
Yeah.
So.
I'm like, listen to this. Or I send you a TikTok. That's like my love language. I'm like, this TikTok reminded me of you. Here. But gosh, I think for me, this is something that I struggle with so much. And this is why I wanted to do like a podcast episode about it. Is because I went from being like, you know, a stay-at-home mom and all that to being a business owner.
Right.
And as a woman in this masculine, you know, business owner realm, it is so freaking hard.
Yes.
I have fought so hard. And I mean, everybody pretty much knows my story. This is probably, that could be a whole other episode. But when I come home, I don't want to be the boss.
Right.
And like when I come home, like, I mean, I do live obviously in probably the most feminine household of all time. I mean, the dog and the cat are girls too. And there's always like a lot of emotion and a lot of tears and a lot of all the things. But I still find myself being so masculine because I can't like flip that switch.
It's tricky.
Know? So you just like really inspire me in that. And
I appreciate that.
I'm trying. But like whenever I see you, I'm always like, oh, because like you always look like a magical floating like fairy.
No, but I appreciate that.
And your dresses, I love it. But how did I get here? What am I doing? How do I create more feminine energy? This probably sounds weird, but like I put on music that makes me feel like sexy.
Yeah.
Like, especially like if Matt and I are going to go on a date or something, I always like, I have this one, and it's so sad because everybody on this playlist is dead because it's like a bunch of crooners, you know? But I play that playlist, I get myself ready, and I'm like, okay, you know, like I want to get into that, like feeling, you know, I can trust my husband to take care of me,
right,
and to love me and to protect me.
And that's, that's a tricky one.
And it's so hard too, because I know that I'm like one of many people who don't have a dad. So like having that trust for somebody else is like really hard. But I don't know. That's what I try to do. And, yeah, God, it's really hard.
Mm-hmm. I have like one line that I kind of go to because it is really easy to get in masculine mode for sure.
Yeah.
But if Weston asks me like, can I do this or should I do that? I'll be like, whatever you think is best. And like, if I just kind of like, just that like little line just kind of helps pull me out to be like, yeah, let him lead, let him do his thing. So that always is something I've tried to incorporate.
I like that. Mm-hmm. I'm going to try that on Matt. I'm going to let you know what happens. He's probably going to look at me like, are you not telling me how to do this?
Because, yeah, that's what I tend to go to. My mom was like a very, she's a very strong Southern woman, and she's beautiful and feminine, but she's also very, mighty and strong and very petite, but very mighty. But I lost my train of thought. So
did she say that all the time? Whatever you think is best?
Oh, Lord, no. Oh. No, she was kind of on her own, like having to sort of manage everything sort of by herself. And it's easy when you're doing that dual role to kind of get in that, like, well, I can take care of it myself sort of thing. So it was from a book I'd read called We Need to Kill All of Marriage Counselors or some like crazy title like this, y'all. But it was,
this sounds great.
But it was just talking about like, because as much as we crave love, like our husbands crave respect. And so, trying to honor that and say whatever you think is best.
Yeah.
And it reminds me like, it'll be okay. Like if he's putting the dishwasher, the cups in the wrong way, like it's fine. I don't need to tell him how to do it.
Yeah.
They'll get washed one way or the other.
No, I like that. Cause like, oh my God, being Italian, like every Italian woman is always like, I mean, even on my big fat Greek wedding, I like lived my big fat Italian wedding. And like, you know how she says like, yeah, he's the head, but I'm the neck that turns the head. So like coming from like women who have that like mentality and then having to come into a marriage and be like, I have to like, I hate the word submit. Is there like another word besides submit? Like, I mean, biblically it's like submit, but then people get all like crazy on a high horse about it. Like, right. But like just, helping your husband like be a man, whatever. Like being able to just basically hold my tongue and like watch, because in the end of the day, like he's not going to burn the house down.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's going to be okay.
Like we're going to be okay. It's going to be fine. Everything doesn't need to be perfect.
Right.
And
I like being led more than just submit.
Oh, led. That's like better.
I'm okay resting in that.
Yeah.
Because he has different things that he brings, and that lets him be the protector, the leader.
Yeah.
And then, but I set the tone for the household. And so if I'm not taking care of myself and I'm feeling ragey or, just upset, like I set the tone for the rest of the house. Like our feminine energy is super powerful. So the more like we stay centered in that, I feel like it creates that peaceful household.
That was the best advice of this whole podcast.
I don't know about that.
Oh my God, that's so good. No, it's so true. It changes the atmosphere in your whole house.
It does. That's why, I mean, that saying is true. Like, happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
We have a lot of power.
Yeah. Oh, damn. That was so good. I loved that. Good job, Cristy. Dang.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Oh, my kid's trying to come in. They're probably like, Mom, what are we eating for lunch? I'm hungry.
It's time.
That was all of our questions. I feel like this was so good. I'm going to watch this like 3 times and just be like getting your advice. Okay. Now that we're at the end, don't forget to to subscribe, to follow me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I think that's it. And of course, follow the restaurant because everything is delicious. And thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. It means a lot to me.
This long way from next door. Yeah. But
walked in my slippers over here.
I know your slippers are leopard too. They're so cute.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for making the time because I know that like you're so busy. And yeah, thanks for coming.
It was an honor.
Don't make me cry. Okayish advice. And I'll see you next time.